All right, you guys, just before we get to the charts, I want to cover this and one more thing, and then we head straight into the charts. Thank you for those who attended the meeting, and I'm happy that you are happy with the results. I've actually increased the number of accounts on my Trade Sinker. I added another 25 accounts, and that's because of the misdirector. In the parallel universe, you guys have those now, the same tools that I'm using. So when you see me posting on social media or in my groups and Telegram, this is the main tool on the futures platform that I am using. And so, yeah, it's just so easy, so phenomenal. And I'm more of a and this is the other question that came up, what's the best session to trade? I actually love trading the Asian session. Specifically between the hours of 7 and 9 primarily, but I may get in a little bit early because it starts at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but the most volume comes in, you start seeing setups typically, and I say typically, around 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 7:30. It starts to shape up, and then when the Tokyo market opens, that's when volume pushes real quick, and then around 9:30 it dies right out. So typically I would say anywhere from 7 to 9 or from 7:30 to 9:30 on a 2-hour window is where I look for trades. And that's where it's given a similar kind of push like a New York session would, but without so much volatility like New York does. So that's why I like it better. That's why I'm an Asian session trader primarily, but I do trade the New York session as well. I just don't fool with London at all. I don't like it. My win rate goes down when I'm playing with London. So if that's the case, then I just leave you alone. There's other sessions to trade. All right. So that's that. Misdirector and Parallel Universe, and we did deliver as promised on Trend Beast. We finally released Trend Beast. We also released, and I still haven't added, I got to put it in here, Trend Candy. So we had released Trend Candy as well. I got to just put the picture here for MT4. So we get to release Trend Candy, we released Trend Beast, we released Daily Dot Dashboard, and we released a Misdirector, and we released a update on Parallel Universe. So we have released 4 different new updates and indicators for you guys in your system. So if you don't have it, you can go right here to easymt5.com, and it's part of your membership. All of these trading systems and more, they're all in there. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the charts, and we'll come back to some other things. So this week, as far as trading, guys, I highly tell you trade cautiously, because what happened was the U.S. Sorry, I'm crumpling paper. What happened was the U.S. had started back the war with Iran. Apparently there was some disagreements on things. I don't know what happened. I'm not really into that. But I just know that the markets became volatile again. And so therefore, we're going to continue to look for opportunities to trade with the trend as much as possible. So here's Trend Candy. I'm going to take a look at that. And Trend Candy still has these positions on the 4-hour time frame to the downside. And so price action on the daily is below. So for me, 4 hours is telling me what I need to know. So I'm going to be a seller on this pair right here, going from the 4-hour time frame. Just keeping it very simple. When you see the moving averages is below the 200-day, which is what the blue is, when all these moving averages and price is below, then you're going to drop to the flow. Okay. When it's above, then you want to shove to the top, okay? But right now, it's been hovering below. So therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a seller. And also I see that this thing, and this is Euro USD. See that? So it's sitting right here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to be a seller personally. And you can see the dashboard saying seller as well on the 4-hour. All right, so let's get started on these charts and see what we got for the week. All right, so that one is okay. I don't like it. Nothing there. This one, it was moving up, but I'm suspecting that it's going to start pushing back down possibly. And then if it may create a double bottom, then pop up, but I'm not sure on that one. Okay. I'm just going to keep clicking until I see something worthwhile, guys. I don't see anything there. So don't see anything there. That one would have been a good sell position, but it's already heading down. Also, I haven't talked about it in a while, but this is where bringing in Ocean Wave as well. Trend Candy or Ocean Wave for trend traders. If you're a trend trader, Ocean Wave or Trend Candy, and both of those are both in your back office now. Again, Euro USD, I'm definitely going to be a seller to the retest at the bottom. I'm not looking for buys. Okay, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. I think this one may retest up to the top GCAD. I had this trade and I didn't hang on to it, which I should have. But because what happened was, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't hang on to it, because this thing was not budging at all, barely at all. And now I understand why, because of the war and the oil prices. CAD has to do with oil prices, right? So because of that, that's the reason why I wasn't really moving like I wanted it to when I entered the trade. Now, it did make some moves, but not when I entered the trade. I saw this double top for a drop, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a nice setup. But what happened was it didn't budge, and we were going into the weekend. So I closed it out at break even because I don't know what to expect over the weekend since the war has restarted. So anyway, if this thing pulls back up but still respects this by Tuesday or Wednesday, then probably I'm going to be a seller on that position. But I'll wait and see. Same thing with this one. Okay, so the G pairs, the G's, the gangsters of the market. I'm not touching this one. And a lot of you guys are saying, oh, this is sitting at a good sell position. Yeah, it could possibly. But like I always told you guys, Sundays and Mondays are trend trading days, not reversals. So I will wait and see what the market has to offer. All right. A nice shoot up on the NZD pairs. They were dropping like a rock, and then they just hit that support level right there, and then boom. So we're going to keep an eye on the NZDs. NZDs is more of my favorite pairs to trade anyway. They're not as raggedy as the other pairs. NZD CAD, I suspect that this one is going to pop up eventually because I'm seeing this slant pattern right here. And all slant patterns always, and it's in this channel, as you guys can see. That's what it's trading in. It's trading in the channel. So if it breaks this channel to the upside, I'm going to be a buyer. Definite. I like that pair for a buy. Okay, and so that's USD. That's that. Gold. Oh, God. Oh, I should have held my position on gold because I got in way down here. This is where we got 6 wins, only 2 losses. I'm still going to look to go long this week, in my opinion, if things maintain itself. So right here is what I'm seeing. So if it breaks above here and keeps going, then cool. I'm going to be a buy. Okay, buy. So I'm not seeing too many setups just yet. I'll have to wait and see what the market has to offer because of the weekend gaps. But there are a few that I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. One is UCAD, and the other one is EU. Those are definite ones on my radar. If you guys want to join our service and get copied on our trades, then we do have a website you can go to, supereasycopycat.com. The software is right here. It only takes a few minutes to put on, and it's a set it and forget it. If you have an MT4, MT5, you put it on there. And here's the deal. I always tell people this. If you have a prop firm, and I'm not endorsing prop firms, but I'm just saying what I did personally. I can't guarantee it works, can't do this and that, but I'm saying what I did, okay? Here's what I did. What I did was I opened up a demo account for my prop firms. I opened a demo account and popped on the copier onto my MT4, MT5 demo account, and then I went into, and you can use things like this, which is like Traders Connect, and Traders Connect allows you to connect all these different platforms. So if you're using like Trade Locker, or DX Feed, or DX Trade, C Trader, something like that, Match Trader, all these awkward platforms that came aboard after MT4 stopped being so popular. I just use Traders Connect and connect the 2 accounts together. So I'll open up like maybe a MT4 or MT5, have my trade copier on it, and then attach that account, connect these 2 together through here. So now whenever a trade comes into MT4 or my MT5, it automatically goes straight on to my my prop firm account in the Forex space. So C Trader, Match Trader, and whatever. Okay, that's how I do that. Trade Locker is another one. So, and it's very, very cheap. They're on like $10 per account. So $20 a month or something like that for your prop firm connection. And so that's how I do that. Okay, but you can play this little video to see how the software works. Very simple. Takes only a few minutes to set up, and then after that you just pick your fixed lot size and then set it and sit back and relax. That's how that works. Okay. If you want to trade in the futures market, which is what I'm posting most of all, it does come with a free indicator, by the way, which you can play this video and see how we be hitting the markets with this free indicator that comes with your membership. But if you want to trade the New York session, you want to click here and you'll be trading live. So if you never traded futures before and you want to learn in a live setting under a mentor 3 days a week, then sign up for the New York session with Miss Jenny. She's phenomenal. Always will just banging out these markets. Very good educator, wonderful person. So that's that. If you just want my trade alerts for the Asian session, then you want to sign up for the Asian session. Okay, so that's that. So we have the Easy MT5 if you want to just have a bunch of trading. So which, by the way, I got to update this because now it's way more than 12 trading systems. We got more than that in your library, and any more that comes along, they will be just populated in here, and it's all under your monthly membership. So there's no extra cost for purchasing our new trading systems as they roll out. Okay. That's that. I think I covered everything. Okay, so you guys have a great afternoon and have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.